coming up.
This clutch fits a lot of my essentials. If you open the bag, we're gonna take a quick look on the inside. In terms of cons, this closure, it doesn't. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie, and on this channel we talk about all things luxury handbags, neutrals, and elevated style. Now in today's video, I have my first impressions on my Bottega Veneta Andiamo clutch. I'm gonna break down what fits, wear and tear, how to wear this bag, and my honest thoughts. Okay guys, let's get right into it. Background on this bag. I did get this bag for my birthday, and this is not my first Bottega Veneta bag. I actually have the Jodi's in the small and teen size. I really love Bottega Veneta. It's one of my favorite brands, so I'm happy to add this one in this interesting Andiamo clutch style to my collection. Let's kick things off with features. You can see by the outside, you have the intrecciato leather and a great top handle, and then the signature knot closure. The back, there's no pocket, and there's no feet. So it really is a top handle, proper clutch style. If you open the bag, we're gonna take a quick look on the inside. There is this great magnetic closure. So, see here? And then inside, it's fully leather lined, and there is the 6 card slots on the inside. I will tell you guys, I really don't use the card slots on the inside since I use a card holder, but we'll get into what fits on the inside soon. And there is the branding right here in the middle. Pretty spacious actually for a clutch. I do want to highlight the opening and closure. You have the signature knot closure here, and you just pull it like so, and again, you have this opening where it's magnetic. So of course, if I open it, it's got the big empty space here, and then you have to line up the front here, and then you pull in the gold closure, and there you go. Let's talk about colors and materials. This clutch comes in a couple different colors. You have the black, a brown fondant color, a beautiful burgundy called Barolo, and this amazing emerald green. Now, I will say that this color is even better in person. When it comes to materials, you do have the leather, which I will say has a nice, beautiful sheen on it. Really luxe. And then there's a suede as well as python, which I really like as well. Overall, I would say that this clutch, you really have to think about what works best for your wardrobe. For me, I have a lot of brown and beige, especially in my Jodi. I have it in the fondant and in the caramel color. For me, getting this in the special emerald green just made a lot of sense for my wardrobe and collection, because I do consider this a nice neutral shade. And also, it wasn't until they had this particular shade in store. I already saw the fondant in the burgundy color, but it wasn't until Brandon brought this particular shade out that I was like, that is it. And I think that's how you just should feel when it comes to a lot of your handbags. When it comes to dimensions, we are talking about 5 inches in height, over 1.2 inches in the depth here, especially a lengthy one in terms of 12 inches in terms of the length. Some may say this reminds them of the Kelly cut. I think it's a really interesting bag. I really don't have a bag like this in my collection, and I love clutches. I tend to go out for like dinners, evenings out, special events. So it made a lot of sense to have this in my collection. I will say that if you are looking for more of a compact, smaller clutch, this probably isn't for you, but certainly I do really love this more elongated east-west shape. Wear and tear. I got this bag back in July, so my wear and tear is more on the minimal side. However, I've had bags for a long time, and I will tell you there are certain things about this bag that I'm like, that's gonna give a little bit of wear and tear over time. The one area I would say it has to do with the closure in the front. You can see a little bit of the indentations on the front. See there, you can see a little bit. Now, whether or not that bothers you, but there's no way around it, because that's how you open and close the bag with this metal signature knot closure. You really don't see it as all that wear and tear is underneath the signature gold closure, but it is something. Pay a lot of bag money for this, but it is there. So you can see here. But like I said, I really don't notice it on day to day when I'm using this. It is something that I would just call out that over time, when you're just naturally opening and closing the clutch, it's just going to receive more of the creasing there with the leather. Now, in terms of can you take this one in like my Jody bags, as you guys know, I did recently take my Jody bag in to be worked, fix the zipper. I do not believe this clutch you cannot take this clutch in, but I will ask Brandon just to be sure. Typically you get that gold card, and if there's any issues, they will readily fix it. What fits? This clutch fits a lot of my essentials. So we are talking about a card holder, my phone, a lipstick, maybe some sunglasses without the case. But I will also say it's a little bit deceiving because it is so long. It tends to fit a lot more than my other clutches. So I really love that. How to wear this bag. Now there's a great top handle here. I love top handle bags. It's probably like my favorite style of a bag. And this one, it's so good. Some of my other clutches, you don't get a top handle. And so to have one with this clutch style, so good. So I would say this way, and then the other way is just under your shoulder. Like so. Pretty classic in terms of clutch here. I think that looks super chic, right? Now, when it comes to clutches, I think it's great because of the elongated shape. It feels a little bit more substantial. I think it's interesting. It looks really good with that closure there. So I love it, but I think it's more of an aesthetic too. So again, if you're looking for more of a compact type of clutch, I'd say this is probably not the one for you, but I really love the way it looks. It's certainly unique. A lot of my other clutches, like my Celine one, it doesn't have the top handle. So to me, there's a little bit more versatility in terms of the top handle. Let's go over some pros and cons. The first pro, I would say, it's just what fits. I think it fits more than your average clutch because of the elongated east-west shape. Another pro is the unique details. I love this signature knot closure. I think it adds a little bit more interest to a handbag. And with that shape, I think overall this is such a unique handbag in any handbag lover's collection. In terms of cons, this closure, it doesn't stay flat. So when you're opening and closing this bag, you notice how the magnetic closure doesn't necessarily lay flat against this. You have to help guide it. The second con is just trying to put this through. It's a little bit fussy. So I have to kind of like hold it, guide it. It's not exactly easy. Get this signature knot to lay the right way. And then like so. I just don't think it's the most seamless in terms of like everyday life. Perhaps you're at a dinner and you're trying to have a drink and then you're like, let me go get my wallet, and you know, like so. And then it's like, oh, you're probably not going to immediately close it, to be honest, because you can see here, it takes me a few minutes to get it in. And then I will also say the other one is, it's a love-hate. I love the look of this, the signature knot detail, but again, you have to get it to lay in a certain way, because the one thing you don't want to do is lay the knot, this gold piece on the front that's more, I want to say it's just protrudes more out from the signature detail. You don't want to have it lay against the bag, then you're marking the front of the bag. So you have to turn it so it lays the correct way to avoid marking the bag. There you go. But I would say those, a little bit more of the wear and tear from the front, we just have to be sensitive to with this handbag. Overall, what do I think about this bag, and would I add it again? I love this bag. I knew what I was getting into with this clutch. This isn't my first clutch in my collection, and it's not my first Bottega Veneta handbag. To me, this is a very unique handbag in my collection, and I just love it. Even the fussy details with the opening closure, but I do love the way it looks, the signature details. I think that adds part of the charm to this handbag. Plus, I think it's a functional clutch with this top handle. Love a good top handle, and the slim, streamlined shape. The color is amazing. Overall, really happy with this handbag. Let me know your thoughts. questions you have. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all in my next video. Take care.